Well, that was a good afternoon for us. It's great having fans in Cameron, and want to thank everybody for coming out. Saturday afternoon, exhibition game. We're getting ready to play a football game, and a lot of stuff going on. But we had a great crowd, and for our guys, from the 10 scholarship players, 8 of them have never played in front of a crowd in Cameron. Kind of crazy. And but it was good. I thought our guys played hard and well and sharp the whole time. And they shared the ball well to get 26 assists. And really, there was a few exchanges that were just beautiful, and we didn't hit the shot. And so if that becomes a characteristic of the team, then we have a chance to be real good. But they shared it. I thought our defense was good. We're more talented than they are. They're an older team, but they can dribble and drive. And we really defended that well without fouling. Our starting perimeter and Jalen especially really used their bodies well and not their hands. So they moved their feet, used their bodies. Jalen did a good job. And Bates did a really good job. Just solid, and that's what we need. We need to keep building on that. Pleased with AJ, we're pleased that he's playing. When he got hurt 3 weeks ago, we thought it could be 2 months. And he's come back real quick, so he's just had a few practices, and that was good for him to play the number of minutes. And I think you could see the longer he played, the better he played. So it's just a matter of comfort. But real pleased, and we're going to keep moving on. So, any questions?
If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. We'll start off here with Brendan.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned how well the guys shared the ball.
I don't know if it's possible, but when you talk, could you put it? Yeah, because and then you can put it back on or over your head or whatever.
Sure.
I wasn't picking on you for that.
You're good, of course.
But then I can hear it better.
Sure thing.
All right. Okay.
You mentioned sharing the ball and how well the guys did that today. Between Trevor and Jeremy and Wendell, they had 17-1 turnover to assist versus the turnover ratio. Excuse me. Just how comfortable are you with all 3 of them sort of handling the ball and initiating the offense? It seems like they're all getting a fair shot at doing a fair amount.
Well, I think one of the strengths of our team is the group that starts. We really have 4 ball handlers, and including Paulo. So that's why we advance the ball fast. When one of those guys gets it, you're not waiting to throw it to somebody to bring it up. They bring it up. And I'm very comfortable with it. And so you don't have the so-called point guard. You really have 4 ball handlers. And if Jalen's in there, he could do that also. Those 5 guys are guys that we want, and 4 of them start. So they like to pass to one another, and also that means they're touching the ball. They're it's a dynamic that I think can keep growing on this team. When guys touch the ball, we don't have to run something for them to touch the ball. It's very good.
Mark, go ahead.
I realize you must have seen some different things, but this team was just playing so well together outside, just right out of the gate. Has it benefited you to be able to work with these guys, and they all seem to be on the same page so early in the season?
Yeah, well, one, they before me getting along with them, they get along, and then they let me in, but this is the most I've spent with the team, I don't know, for a long time. It's probably in the last decade or the last 12 years with one and done and guys going early. When you're with a veteran team, I've already with them a long time. You know what I mean? And then you had 3 juniors come back. But not being on the road recruiting and only recruiting on campus has benefited me immensely. And so I know them. They know me. they know my staff, obviously, and I think we're a very together group. You know, I know it's been fun coaching them, and they like to play, and they play hard. So we just got to stay healthy and keep it moving.
Back, middle. We'll get you, Mike.
Coach, you talked a little bit about how AJ got back on the court so quickly. Can you talk about what led him the last 2 weeks to get back out there for you?
Yeah, well, we were fortunate that with the sprained knee, there was not any ligament damage, nor when you get an injury like that, you can kind of move the kneecap and you can get a bone fragment. And he had none of those. So therefore, it was just a matter of him. There's no surgery involved, and then it's just a matter of rehab. And he's in here every day, twice a day. And Nick Potter, Jose, they've done a great job with him. And Nick, our sports scientist, even the week before this past week, had him doing all kind of stuff on the side. Like when we scrimmage Villanova, we're at the Wizards practice facility. They have 2 courts. And while we were scrimmaging, he watched the first 20 minutes, but then Nick worked him out in different things. And we know how much they work with our catapult system, how much they move and whatever. And ironically, on that day, he had the hardest workload than even a player playing. So that's where we got the confidence that, okay, let's get going. But Nick Potter and Jose have done a great job with him.
Hey Coach, you guys shot really well from the floor, but seemed to struggle a bit from the free throw line. Going forward, is that going to be a point of emphasis for you guys?
Well, it's always a point of emphasis, for any team. And I think when you're playing this fast and this hard, sometimes it affects your free throw shooting, in that you don't, I call it cleansing breaths, to relax. You're into a lot of movement, and maybe we just got to watch it. They're good shooters. We wouldn't shoot that well from the floor if we weren't good shooters. So now it has to translate there. The other thing is sometimes with the score, you can, would I want to shoot free throws better? Absolutely. And we're going to have to. And we'll see as these games become more intense, like in one of the end of game situations against Villanova, we hit some big time free throws. So, but your question's a good one, and we're going to work on it.
Up right here.
Coach, you guys have traditionally played Seattle League champions the last couple of years. So why is that game so important to you guys? And as you transition out, do you hope that will continue?
Yeah, well, it's been a while that we've played against an HBCU team, and then we added an exhibition against the Division II national champion. And it's been very important because I think it's a sign of respect. And these teams are very good. Like Winston-Salem State, the history of their basketball program is one of the best, with big house games. And the school is one of the outstanding HBCU schools. Cleo's a heck of a guy. We have ultimate respect. And they haven't played for 2 years. So, and we'll continue to do that. Well, John will determine I would think that we'll continue to do that. But I do think we found this year that a scrimmage with an exhibition game is probably a better combination than 2 scrimmages or 2 exhibition games. At least it's worked out great this year.
Back over to Mike.
Hey Coach, you touched on it a little bit, but after not having anybody inside Cameron, how nice was it to get out there beforehand, just hear the crowd and the crazies and all that stuff, to more of a sense of normalcy?
No, it's really what our game is about, is the intimacy of the guys on the court, or the women on the court, and the fans. You know, it's really the closest environment in sport. Hockey is right there with, you know, where you're, the people right there, except we're, you know, you're in shorts, you're moving around, and you feed off of the energy of the crowd. The crowd feeds off the energy of the guys, of the teams playing, and it's one of the beauties of the game. And you know, these kids, or a number of these kids didn't get a chance to feel that last year, and it had an impact.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, thank you.